What's up, guys? It's Friday night, and that's a good thing. I'm gearing up to play some Halo Reach with Hollywood, but I wanted to make one more video for you guys purely for my own sake. I'm not responding to anybody specifically when I make this video. This video is just for me and my own sense of responsibility, I guess. I wanted to kind of elaborate on what I talked about a couple nights ago. And the decision that I made to post a video in response to this dude that made a video where he was kind of slamming machinima for practices which I felt were, which I personally know to be completely erroneous and false. A lot of people were saying that he has his opinion on the matter and that's his thing, and he did have an opinion, and as an adult, I have to respect the fact that somebody has an opinion. The issue that I took at the time was the fact that he was bringing up numbers and business practices which are in no way true. But that's neither here nor there, and that's not the purpose of this video. Because if that was the purpose of this video, then that would just be another justification on my part for making a video like that. And the point of this video is basically the opposite of that. I wanted to clarify to you guys I don't know exactly why it was totally irresponsible for me to make a video like that. The biggest reason why it's irresponsible is that before I was hired on to Machinima, it was me and my channel. So if somebody came along and picked a fight with me, or picked internet beef with me or something like that, for those of you guys that have been following the channel for a while, I don't really, I have a hard time not responding. I've been in a number of little beefs here and there. Me and Blame Truth even got into it at one point over something totally stupid. I was out of line and I made this comment. This is way back in the day, I don't know, probably a year before Machinima even happened. And I never even, I don't even think I apologized for that. So Anthony, if you're watching, I apologize for doing that. The fact of the matter is I'm 27 years old, and I've grown up in a lot of ways, a lot in the last probably 6 years. And then there's a huge part of me that still has this really childish mentality, and I'm an extremely reactionary person. And I truthfully let that get the best of me far too often. And it's a character flaw that I think, I don't know, it's definitely something that I struggle with. I'm well aware of it, and I haven't really quite figured out a way to deal with that quite yet. And this isn't me on the pity pot saying I want you to love me and forgive me and all that stuff. This is me. This is a public confession to you guys. And a big reason why this is I want to call it that is because. And the point that I was getting at before is that it's no longer just me and my channel. If I make a video responding to somebody who slams Machinima, I'm no longer just representing me. I'm representing an entire company, and I'm giving myself way too much responsibility in that department, and I'm taking on too much. At that point, I'm no longer just representing I'm no longer representing just myself. I'm representing the entire company, and at this point there's nearly 100 of us, and that's totally wrong. And I guess I just want to be accountable. I want to be held accountable for this and let you guys know that I'm well aware of the mistake that I made when I did that, and that I'm gonna work on this. It is such a hard spot for me to be in because there's been times where some other stuff has popped up, and I got involved with it because these people were directly calling me out, and Anthony, one of the most down to earth people I've ever met in my life, has approached me and been like, dude, I get why you're frustrated, but you really shouldn't involve yourself too much with that. You should just ignore it. And that by far for me is the hardest thing in the world to ignore when I feel like a wrong has been done. Because, for example, what happened a couple nights ago is just like I was answering a wrong with another equally wrong, and that's wrong. Wrong. Um, so I wanted to let you guys know that I do appreciate the people that followed the channel that totally called me out on it. It was like, dude, this is totally inappropriate what you're doing right now, and you should reevaluate that. You know, and I even walked up to my boss like the next day. I said, "Hey, this is what's up. This is what I did," and I took the video down, and probably shouldn't have done that. And my boss is like, "Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that." And I talked to him and I asked him, how much transparency can I have with you guys? Like, how much can I talk to you guys about how the company works, et cetera, et cetera. And he broke it down in this really nice fashion. We talked for like 10 minutes. And he was actually surprisingly cool with how much I can talk about, what goes on at Machinima and how we work. And Sark and I are still kind of ironing out a way to approach that and to get the message across in a video that will likely be posted on Respawn. And it's not going to be a response to any particular individual, because honestly we get asked this question a lot. How do you guys even exist? How do you make money? What is the point of Machinima? And it's a good question, and there are answers for that. And I'm not gonna be the guy that does that again and tries to step up and be like, well, this is what's going on here, because it's just not my place to assume that responsibility or take on that responsibility, and I end up embarrassing myself and making the company that I work for look bad. And at the end of the day, stuff like this flares up and then it peters out, and really it's like in a week or 2 weeks, like nobody even really talks about it anymore. So Phil, if you're watching this, even though clearly I disagree with some of the things that you said, I do respect that you have an opinion, and I apologize to you face to screen right now for calling you out in the manner that I did, and that's the deal. And as far as my little Lady Gaga and what was the other one, Miley Cyrus Halo Reach clips and things like that, the clips aren't very. I mean, they're mediocre. Like I'm not good at Halo. And the reason why I post those is because like a little 2-kill like cross the map quick scope for a double kill is like retardedly good for me as a player. And it's almost like a mocktage. It's almost like a failtage when I do that. I'm like sort of parodying montages, and the response for the most part has been favorable. I mean, like adding really gay music to me is just totally funny. To Kitty, what are you doing? To like mediocre Halo clips. But thank you dudes for stepping up and showing me the error of my way and all that fun stuff. And a lot of Halo Reach content coming your way. And for those of you guys that own PS3s or PCs and you don't play Halo, if that's not your thing, then I'll try to do some more check-in videos like this, because I know a lot of you guys appreciate that. And then of course when Black Ops comes out in November, I'm sure, I'm a Call of Duty player, so I'm going to play Reach heavily from now until then. But Black Ops looks and played at the event, at the multiplayer event, just fucking terrific. And I'm stoked to be excited about Call of Duty again, because I think it's a great series and it suffers from problems, and Black Ops is striving to address a lot of the problems that we have with that game, and I think that's cool. So that's it. I'm gonna go. Peace out.